This is a video guide for how to get set up with the SDR-Kits reader that we've sent out. So first thing you're going to do is take it out of the box. You're going to need the USB cable, the long cable with the silver end. Plug that into your computer and then plug the other end into the SDR-Kits box. You're going to leave the cap on the RX in, so leave that cap on there. You're going to get the long extension and you're going to screw that into the TX, and then you're going to get the other end and you're going to screw that into the modified piece. So what you should end up with is something that looks like this, where you've got this modified hoop on there. So that's the hardware step done, and it's all plugged into your computer. Next step is to install the software. So we visit SDR-Kits.net. You can see that on my page now. And what we do is we then click software update page, and then the top link on there will be the access to download the update. So we want this installer. So we'll click on that, download it, install it, and once that's done installing, it'll install the drivers as well. So follow through the procedure. Once it's done installing, unplug your SDR-Kits device. So just unplug it here and then plug it back in. Then it'll detect the drivers. You should see the message coming up saying that it's device detected and that it knows about the device. Now during installation it's going to ask you for a license key. This license key is in the box under your actual under the phone. So when you open your box, we've got all the parts. Under there the documentation is, and on page 2 or 3 there's a long activation code. It's about 20 characters or so long. You'll need to put all the characters in. Now once you're activated and you're into the software, you'll end up with a screen that looks something like this. So these are the settings. You want to go into Spectrum Analyzer mode, so operation mode, Spectrum Analyzer. You want to click at the top left corner and you want it to be 2 dB. You want the in the bottom left corner you want it to be set to 0, that's correct. Your RX start you want to be 0, okay on that, and your stop you want to be roughly about 20. Okay, and they need to be megahertz, and then here you need S21 MEM1. Here it needs to say S11. If it doesn't say S11 dB, you can change that by right clicking on S11, or where it says S21, so it might say S21 already or S22, and you can change that to say S11. Okay, and then we click continuous. Now you should get something that looks similar to this, and we can test a ring by holding the ring up to the coil, and what you should notice is a small drop down or a change of the coil. Now if you don't see a drop down or a change in the coil at all, that means that there could be a problem there. Now we can see this drop down roughly here, so you can see if I move it away now you see it change. So it's only a very slight thing, you have to look out for it, but that's basically what we're looking for there. You'll get it by holding the ring on the coil like this, and once you've got the drop down and it's visible to you on the screen, just go full screen on that, right click, go add frequency marker, normal. Now what we'll be able to see there by adding that is that at 13.0 megahertz this ring is resonating. So this ring at the moment is too low. It needs to be 13.56 or somewhere roughly near that area. So if I hold it up again, you'll see it'll pull down in the same place. Now if we compare that to a working tag, we should see something that's closer to 13.56 megahertz. So there you go. So we can add this as a second point of reference by right clicking and adding a second frequency marker, and you'll see there 13.54 megahertz. So the rings should be closer to the 13.54 megahertz, and with us you want to see as much of a drop here as possible. So if you're far away, something like 30 megahertz, where you know that there's going to be a problem, then obviously that's a test fail. What you should be seeing on there is anything greater than 13.36 and less than, say, 13.7. And that'll tell you if the frequency is correct on the actual on the device itself. So there you go. That's how we use the SDR-Kit software to test the frequency. Have fun.